So for the DJs who DJ with a USB stick without a laptop, do you ever come across an issue when you're exporting your set from Rekordbox and your actual set is in 30 minutes, but Rekordbox says it has 45 minutes to go? Or what about when you forget your USB Type-C adapter? Why don't they just make a USB flash drive for DJs? Well, they did. Greetings, knowledge seekers. My name is Priyon Joni, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Priyon Joni, may the force be with you.
Today, I'm going to be showing you the brand new AlphaTheta and Sandisk collaboration, the Sandisk DJ Flash Drive. If you want to see a full technical rundown, check out the full overview I did on the official Pioneer DJ USA channel. It deep dives in detail everything you need to know about the Sandisk DJ Flash Drive. For this video, I'm going to focus on the key features and a few personal opinions on it. Full disclosure, as some of you might already know, I am an official product demonstrator for AlphaTheta and Pioneer DJ. But this video is not done in partnership or collaboration with either brand. It's something I'm doing for my channel for you guys while I have the product with me. All opinions here are my own. And I do consider this video to be more of a demo and not a full review. This video is, however, brought to you by Direct Music Service. Are you looking for a place where DJs can download their music from? Check out Direct Music Service. They not only have edits of popular songs from different genres, but also several unique remixes and originals you can only find on DMS. I recently released a special Star Wars wedding pack of tracks and remixes you can use for May the 4th or a Star Wars wedding, and it's exclusively on DMS. They even have their own mobile app, so you can listen to the tracks when you're on the go, and when you prompt to download, they'll be ready for you on your Dropbox at home. I left you 2 discount codes below, so subscribe to DMS today. So right off the bat, this flash drive is for the folks who play laptop-free, completely standalone. The folks who export their library using Rekordbox to play on CDJs and XDJs. In fact, it happens to be verified and tested to work with all Pioneer DJ and AlphaTheta gear, like CDJ multiplayers and all-in-one DJ systems, so it's guaranteed to work with the gear. It is pre-formatted in FAT32, so it can work with the most amount of gear, including legacy CDJs. And also, you can use it for firmware updates. And I'll tell you closer to the end of the video what file system format I use. I don't have one here with me, but my buddy Steve Stone from the channel, the DJ Lab, if you could do a speed test for me of your Extreme Pro, let me know the real world readings in the comments below. The Sandisk DJ Flash Drive more than doubles that thanks to USB 3.2 Generation 2 with a read speed of up to 1,000 megabytes per second and a write speed of up to 900 megabytes per second. Well, let's test it out and see what the disk speed test app says. So check this out. Read speed of 826 using the disk speed app and a write speed of 819 megabytes per second. Similar to a dyno test on automotive engines, a good speed test is about 85% or more of the advertised speed. And the speed test speed is nearly twice as fast as advertised speed of the Sandisk Extreme Pro. So over here, I have a cheap Senda drive that I bought many years ago just because it was one of the early ones that had USB-A and USB-C. And let's test this. Okay, so this one has a read speed of 136.2 megabytes per second on the test and a write speed of 86.4 megabytes per second, which is pretty slow. So if I did a big library export, this would take forever. And for fun, let's test one of these low-profile Sandisk drives that I have right here. The one where the plastic is actually breaking off because I've been using this a lot. It's actually part of the connector piece, which means I won't be using it much longer. Let's see if you can actually see this right here. Since it's not USB Type-C, gonna have to use a hub. So I got one of these low profile ones, or 2 of them, because I like how flush they are to the body of a CDJ. Or when you're using something like an Omnis Duo where it sticks out in the back, it's really close to the body, so they're a little less likely to be, you know, like hit and break off or get accidentally unplugged. Okay, so this has a read speed of 136.8, close to the previous drive we read, but it has a really slow write speed of 15.8. And just to confirm with you, I am using the blue USB 3.0 slot on the hub. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're getting something out of this video. So what do these speeds matter for a DJ? Well, like we said earlier, a lot of DJs, especially when they're playing a festival set or a special event or just doing a club night but allocated an hour, they often will be exporting so close to game time. And sure, maybe being prepared earlier should have been what you do, but maybe you get a last minute track you want to add or change, or you get inspired last minute and there's a track you want to throw into your mix. I know laptop DJs will say,
wouldn't be an issue if you had a laptop.
But the reality is, it is an issue if you're at a gig where you're actually not allowed to have a laptop. And yes, they do exist, especially in major cities. Well, this drive is an overall improvement in speed performance for when you're exporting. Instead of maybe waiting 30 minutes, an export could be as little as 15 or even 10 minutes. I know this is anecdotal, but my buddy Professor BX tested his entire music library of approximately 200 gigabytes, roughly 15,000 songs, and exported it to this drive, and he said it took around 30 minutes. And we're just talking about exporting music from Rekordbox for DJing, but this high-performance drive makes it usable for so many other tests. I may test this later, but I actually want to do something where I install macOS on it and make it a bootable drive, because on paper, it should work decently. Now the Sandisk DJ Flash Drive at its longest is 3.5 inches with a metal outer body. The inner body rotates to expose one of the two USB connectors, A and C, while protecting the connector not being used. Notice that the connectors are fully metal, so we don't have the issue that I have with the low profile flash drives with the plastic connectors starting to crack. And inside the box, it comes with a QR code for a free 3-month subscription for Rekordbox's Creative Plan. And one last thing, like we mentioned earlier, it is formatted by default in FAT32 because it's the most compatible with older CDJs, as well as the capability of updating the firmware on certain devices. Now for me, I use a separate dedicated flash drive to update firmware on DJ gear. I personally would strictly use this for just DJing. And the format that I actually use is HFS+, which is also known as Mac OS Journaled. The reason I use that is because it's the most resistant to being corrupted when you accidentally pull the drive without properly ejecting, and it bounces back the fastest when you're in a computer when you accidentally pull it out without properly ejecting and plugging it back in. When you use exFAT or FAT32, it can sometimes take forever for the drive to be ready to read after you pull it out accidentally. HFS Plus is always ready in seconds. Now, what if you're a Windows user? HFS Plus isn't natively supported on Windows, but you can solve this with a $20 utility called HFS Plus for Windows from Paragon. The only drawback with HFS Plus is, like I said, you can't use it for firmware updates. That's why I use a separate drive for my firmware updates. And also, there are older gear that it doesn't support for playing your DJ library on. Now, I have no issues using HFS Plus on any of the current standalone gear. If you want to use HFS Plus, make sure to test it that it works on your gear before migrating your library to it. Speaking of standalone DJ gear, have you seen the XDJ AZ? Well, watch my full demo of it here. But if you're looking for a standalone that's portable and battery powered, check out the Omnis Duo over here. And I probably don't need to say this, but you can use the Sandisk DJ Flash Drive on either of these units.